Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So today, because we are almost at the end of the year, I can't believe how fast this year went by. Seems like it just started yesterday, but because of that, I wanted to share with you guys a bunch of my new favorite products from 2021. Is that what year we're in right now? Now, when I say new products, I don't mean necessarily like new releases, new launches, things that came out this year, but I mean products that are new to me that I discovered in the year 2021. I've got a ton of them next to me, so we're gonna get straight into it. And also, I apologize that my lips look a little wonky. You might think it's just a lip color, but I have been in the process of swatching all of the lip products that came out in the MAC holiday collection for one of my viewers who asked me to do it. And I'm giving my lips a little break, so any color you see is just from like staining and pulling and like wiping. All I have on is a Blistex right now, and I can't tell you how good it feels. So let's just start from the basics. Let's start from skincare. You guys know I've been on a really good skincare regimen this year that I started in the summertime, and I just want to share with you guys some of the products that I've been using that I absolutely love. If I can hunt the last one down, here it is right here. So these are the 4 products that make up my skincare regimen for not every day, granted. Some of these products I do use every day. Others, like this one that I'm going to talk about first, I only use once every 3 days or so because it is quite abrasive. So this is the, as you can see, almost completely used up. I actually have a new one underneath my desk. This is the Clinique Blackhead Solutions Self-Heating Blackhead Extractor. It is fan-freaking-tastic. You just sort of put it on in your T-zone, on your nose, and then definitely around your chin, realistically anywhere you get blackheads. And then you put some water on your face and you use the little, oh my goodness, applicator at the end. It is like rubberized or silicone. It has these little tiny little bumps on it. I'm not sure you guys are going to be able to see that. Mine is a little bit dirty. And you just take that and you just start scrubbing it into, you know, the creases of your nose, the folds of your nose, this and that, and it starts to heat up. It feels so good. It doesn't burn at all. It just warms, and it's been so good for keeping down my blackheads. They're definitely not as bad as they used to be. I used to have a really bad one right in the side of my nose that was like bigger than all of the rest of them combined, I swear to you, and it has taken that down so much. It keeps it really clean. Now, is it going to get rid of all of your blackheads? No, absolutely not, but it does a really nice job of doing that. The next product that I normally get into, and this is for something that's also going to tighten up your pores once you've gotten all the blackheads out and keep you from refilling them as fast, is this, the Ordinary Glycolic 7% Toning Solution pH 36. You're only supposed to use this once a day. They recommend you use it at night. Now, I know that some of these products do react weird with sunlight, so you do have to be very careful with skin products, especially the ones that have like AHA in them, I think are the ones that you're not supposed to use in the sun. But I can't totally remember. So this one basically just says put it on with a cotton pad, and it does tingle a little bit, especially the first couple uses, but you will get used to it. It comes in a very large bottle, so you'll get a lot of use out of this. I've had this one for a while now. I'm not even close to getting halfway, and it's actually very affordable. I love that. The next thing that I always put on is the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10. I use the 10%. There is also a 5% one. This is the one that you are not supposed to wear out in the sunlight because it does react poorly with the sun. It can be diluted to reduce the strength until your skin what is it called? Develops. I was like, discovers a tolerance? It develops a tolerance. This one does burn. It burned me. I got really worried. It made my skin kind of red, and I have had incidences in the past with skincare products that have given me redness and rashes, but it will go down. It's just something you kind of have to get used to, and you basically just drop it all over your face and rub it in. I'm showing you guys in the order that I use them in. It is a chemical exfoliant, so it's going to help to get rid of, for me, I had a lot of like bumps, little bumpies and things like that all over my face, and it really takes those down, as well as helps keep the blackheads down and the pimples down as well. I rarely get breakouts anymore. It's fantastic. And for me, I also use this Laroche-Posay Effaclar Duo Plus Global Acne Treatment. Global Action Acne Treatment. This is a hydrating lotion, a 24-hour hydrating lotion. I'm almost all used it up. It is fantastic. Now, not everybody would need something like this, but I am very, very dry. If you have more oily skin or something like that, you might want to find something for oil control. But for me, somebody who needs intense hydration, I absolutely love this stuff. Now, something else that I don't have here, I did also pick up. Let me get it for you. So this again is not for everyday use. This is the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Spot Gel. This is what it looks like here. You can just pick it up at any drugstore, grocery store that sells skincare products. You just need a very, very little bit of this when you have a really bad zit or a breakout, and it will like take it down in redness and swollenness. It kind of just dries it out. It starts to work in 4 hours. So if you ever have like, you know, school photos or something like that, and you wake up with a giant zit on your face, or you go to bed with a giant zit on your face, that stuff is really good, but it does have some products in it that can stain pillows, clothing that much, so just keep that in mind when you're wearing it, but a really, really nice product. Next up, I have a few, we'll call them primers, to talk with you guys. The first one that I absolutely love is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Broad Spectrum SPF 45 Hyaluronic Cloud Moisturizer. This is what it looks like right here. You get a fair bit. It does have a pump on the bottom. This is my go-to primer. Not so much in the winter time, but definitely in the summertime. In the winter, I normally use like a moisturizer and then another primer, or a moisturizing primer. But there's not as much need for SPF, and this is a very expensive product, so I don't want to use it up any faster than I necessarily have to, but I absolutely adore this. It feels really good on the skin. It's very lightweight, very moisturizing, and it doesn't react weird with any makeup, and it kept my face from getting burnt on even like the sunniest days when the whole rest of my body was red and falling apart. My face didn't burn because of that. The next primer that we're going to talk about is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now, I know this is not a new product. I know this has been out for forever, but I have absolutely been loving this. I always tend to use a moisturizing primer and then maybe a glow primer, and then always something to just fill in my pores in between my eyebrows and definitely all over my nose. I absolutely love this, especially once you get off the top layer, which is a little bit hard. Once you get down a little bit further, it becomes super soft, super malleable, and super moisturizing, which I was very surprised with, because a lot of these like pore filling, poreless kind of primers tend to actually like dry up that area and almost amplify your pores a little bit more, but this one doesn't do that at all. I understand all the hype around it, and I absolutely love it. And for a super affordable option like this full size one that is much larger than my mini size of my Tatcha of the Silk Canvas, not that I don't also love that product, but this one's probably better value for money. It works. I haven't used it for as long, but I would say just as well as that one. As long as you're using a small amount, you're just taking a bit, you can always add more if you need it. This product is amazing. Next up, I have a couple of foundations that I just fell in love with this year. The first one is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, medium coverage up to 24-hour wear. This is what it looks like right here. They tell you to apply it with your fingers and just rub it in like a moisturizer. I personally didn't prefer that. I like to use a brush to apply it, but much like a lot of other of these more water-based foundations, it just blends seamlessly into the skin. It's almost a no makeup kind of a makeup look. It also mixes really, really well with a lot of other foundations. It can help to thin them out a little bit. It's also really good for shade correcting, because this is a lighter shade. I actually picked it up in the proper shade for myself for once. I'm in shade 30 light. I did makeup on a couple of my friends this summer who are fairer than me, if you can believe that, and even this allowed me to match their skin tone perfectly. I find that it wears great on all textures of skin, not just dry skin, although it does feel incredible on dry skin. But you know, other friends that I have that maybe are a little bit more oily, a little bit more combination, it seemed to work really, really well on everybody. And especially for people that don't wear a lot of makeup or are looking for a lighter makeup look, they don't want to look super cakey like some people do and some foundations can make you, especially full coverage foundations. This to me is definitely not full coverage. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's medium coverage. It is more of a light coverage, but buildable, because you can definitely still see your skin through it, but it's just going to take down any redness, kind of give you a little bit more even of a tone and a little bit more smoothness. Absolutely fantastic. The other one that I've been loving is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder foundation. This is for light coverage and a flawless looking finish. Blend a small amount all over the face for more luminosity. Pat on top of the areas where you want more glow. So this one, unlike that one, is a little bit more glowy. Not that this one is matte at all, because it is a hydrating one. It still gives you that kind of a dewy effect, but this one has a little bit more of like a pearlescence to it. It is more meant to be glowy, but a lot like that one. Very, very buildable coverage. Very, very much your skin, but better. Again, really, really good at evening out skin tone. It just looks absolutely wonderful. Doesn't settle weird. Lasts all day. Super fantastic. It is a little bit pricey, so I understand if you don't want to try it, but if you are looking to splurge or treat yourself on a really, really nice lightweight foundations, and realistically, like 90% of the foundations that I use are lightweight. I am, you know, not a very big fan, and I don't really think anybody is a big fan of looking cakey, but some people definitely prefer a fuller coverage. I'm not really a big fan. I like some of my natural skin to shine through. I just want to cover up my problem areas and maybe any redness or discoloration I'm having, and this does that absolutely perfectly. I only have one concealer to talk to you guys about today, and this is a new find for me, and this is the Flower Beauty I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. And I got mine in the shade Light 2.5 Vanilla. This is what it looks like here. For a full coverage concealer, it is a very nice texture. Like, it is more of a fluid texture, but having said that, like, it's not fluid in the sense that like you put it on and it just blends out completely. It is fluid but full. It is so easy to blend. It looks fantastic. For me, the shade was just right. Really good brightening, and I mean, that's gonna come down to you just matching your shade absolutely perfectly, and really, really affordable. Really nice product. This is the first time I've ever tried Flower Beauty. You're gonna see a couple of their products here because I did pick up a couple and I've been really enjoying them so far. I want to get my hands on a little bit more, but I absolutely adore this. I think it's fantastic. It's gonna be one of my new favorite concealers. In terms of bronzers, first off, I have an iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder. Now, this packaging is super dirty and fingerprinty. I'm sure you guys can see that. And it is quite a large amount of product. I got this in a boxy charm, but I absolutely love this. This one is in the shade Light Bronze, and it is just perfect for me. It gives you the most beautiful, warm, like, glow on your face, the perfect amount of bronze, and I actually kind of like that it's in a larger pan. It makes it easier to get a bigger, fluffier brush in, as opposed to some other like mini bronzers and stuff that I have that are very, very difficult to use. I just love this. It doesn't settle weird. It doesn't cling to anything funny, and like I said, this is just the perfect shade for me. Really, really, really been enjoying that. And the other one that I've really loved is the Physicians Formula Butter Donut Bronzer. Now, you guys can see that this no longer has, oopsies, there goes the brush, any sprinkles on it, because it has received a lot of love since I got it. I'm sure you guys can see the basic donut shape to it. Honestly, the sprinkles were just an overlay. They did absolutely nothing. But much like the iconic London, this one is a little bit warmer. I'll show you guys them next to each other so you guys can see. Just like that. It is slightly warmer. It also smells very vanilla-y, very donut-y, but very similar to this one. It has the most beautiful texture. It's that buttery texture that Physicians Formula butter bronzers are just so well known for. They just changed up the shade, gave it a fun scent, and it is absolutely beautiful. Again, most beautiful bronzed kind of glow. So, so gorgeous. Doesn't pull orange, doesn't cling funny, blends out like a dream. Again, I would put these two like on par with each other. I guess it kind of just depends on how much money you're looking to spend. Now, this next product is fairly new to me, and it is the first one I've ever had like it, which is why I'm going to show you guys it, and that is is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Universe palette. This is the one that came out this year. It is crazy expensive. So this particular one I think is in the Universe shade. I also think there's a second one for deeper skin tones. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw that. So this is what this one looks like. So you get 5 powders. So you get a finishing powder here. This is the Finishing Powder Infinity Powder. I'm guessing that's the name. Then you get a strobe blush right here. This is in Vibrant Heat. Down below that, it says, oh, nope, that's this one here. I'm reading it upside down. I apologize. It's a bronzer in Glistening Bronze Light. Then down to number 4, which is this one, is a second blush. This is in Luminous Rose. Then here you get a strobe powder in Supernatural Strobe Light. I absolutely love this. The one thing I dislike about it is the small pan sizes. It's very difficult to get a brush, especially a bronzing brush, in here. I have this bronzer on today and also this finishing powder on today, and they are just absolutely stunning. Now the finishing powder does have glitter in it, so I do have some kind of like reflective glitter all over my face, so if you're not into that, that might not be for you. But for someone like me, I love Hourglass products and I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the money knowing how expensive the products are. This is the first one I've ever bought. I know that there's people out there that like buy these every single year. I think that that's a little bit overkill. I don't think that's necessary unless you're trying to like collect them all or something like that. But for what it cost, which I think was like $105, which is a lot of money, but if you could get it on sale, maybe like in a holiday sale or the VIB Rouge sale or something like that, definitely worth it, especially if you're looking to try out a bunch of Hourglass products, because Hourglass products are fantastic. They're just really expensive. Keeping on the blush train, this is probably the largest selection of products that I fell in love with this year. I've really been drawn in the direction of cream and liquid blushes. I just think that they look so natural, so beautiful, are so buildable, give you like this beautiful kiss of color. So the first one I want to talk about is the most expensive one. This is the Hourglass, I think it's called the Vanish blush. This is in the shade Loyal. This is what it looks like. So it's in the same sort of packaging that their blushes, or excuse me, their highlighters and their foundations come with, the Vanish ones at least. It's this like triangle kind of thing. The shape of the blush stick is not my favorite, but for this one I just kind of put a little dot here and then blend it out with my fingers. I am going to show you guys this on my hand just so you can see what it looks like. So it comes off very dark if you put a lot of product in one place, and I'm just going to show you guys how easily it blends out. Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. It is the perfect kiss of a color for me, at least. I'm not a very heavy blush person, but something like this that blends out really nicely is really buildable for those days that I am looking for a more vibrant blush. I just think it's so beautiful. My only thing that I will say against it is very expensive. So if you're looking to try out some liquid blushes, you might want to try out some of the other ones I'm about to show you. These ones not inclusive because these ones are a little bit expensive too. These are the iconic London sheer blushes. So I have one in the shade On the Floor. Not the shade name, it was just on the floor. This one is in Cheeky Coral, and this one here is in Fresh Faced. So just beautiful colors, much like the Hourglass one. They go on liquid. Oh man, that one wants to stay on the floor, so we'll let it. So you just pick up a very little amount on your finger. I normally like dot it on my face. I shouldn't put it in the same spot, but that it is what it is. And then again, just swirl with your finger, blend that out. I'll put it here. Blend that out. The more you blend, the sheerer it gets. It has sheer in the name, so it is what you expect of it. But again, just the most beautiful shade. They have, I think, 4 or 5 shades of these. A little pricey, but very good quality. If you're looking for something like that, but less expensive, look no further than the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. Color drops for cheeks. I've actually got this on today. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, a little bit goes a long way. The texture of this one, I would say, is a bit thicker than the iconic London one. But once again, let's do it right down the middle here. So it goes on and then it shears out completely. So again, you do still get a little bit of pigmentation, and I mean, realistically, if you want it darker than this, then pick a darker color. This particular color is in the shade Pinched. I went with a lighter one because that is just more my style, but they do have more vibrant colors, more deep colors, just really, really gorgeous glow. Realistically, you could actually, if you got the right shade of this, use it as like a liquid bronzer if that's something you were into. Makeup only goes as far as your imagination. And the last ones, and these ones are much more vibrant in my opinion, are the Colourpop Cheek Dews. Now I haven't used all of these yet. I've only used one of them, and that is this one right here. This is in the color Starfruit. Now these are a more affordable option. These particular ones I have are a bolder option. As you can see, that is quite the bright sort of color, but much like the others, just is this really sheer, almost like water-based formula that just blends out absolutely beautifully. And again, these are a lot less expensive than their alternatives from higher end brands. And again, they have a lot of colors. So if you're looking for something like this, I hope I've given you guys lots of options for where you can find it. I just think they're fantastic. Liquid blushes are my new favorite things. I still go back to my MAC blushes all the time because I just think that they're the best. But in terms of new products that I tried this year, this is where I'm at. I only have one highlighting slash finishing powder product to show you, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Powder. This one is in the shade Starlit. It was in my video where I did a full face of Tarte makeup. I will link that here if that's something you're interested in seeing. This is just absolutely beautiful. It is this beautiful, beautiful glowy, obviously powder that looks just fantastic on the face. It looks good as like a finishing powder, and if you really, really load it up quite a bit, let's put it here, it makes for a really, really stunning but subtle, can't even see it. It does look really pretty, I promise. It's a really, really nice product. It doesn't look powdery. It looks like it would be powdery because of how much kickback you get in the pan itself and all over the lid and stuff. It looks super powdery, but honestly, it's an absolutely gorgeous product. I think mine is a mini size, so they do come in mini. If it's something that you're interested in trying and you don't want to commit to a full size, try out the mini. Really, really good. I don't think you're gonna regret it. We'll talk super quickly about the one brow product that I have just been obsessed with this year. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. Mine is in the shade Taupe. I love this. It is much like many, many other brow pencils, a double-ended pencil. One end has a spoolie, the other end has a little teardrop shape. I doubt you're going to be able to see it, but we'll try anyway. Teardrop shaped pencil. It is retractable. You actually get a fair bit of product in here, and it just is the most easy product to work with. It is creamy, it is smooth, it lasts for forever. You can fill in large areas or do small little hair-like brush strokes. I've got it in my eyebrows today. I'm just obsessed with this. And one of my favorite things about it is you can actually just buy refill packages and just keep this part of your pencil, which is great. It does cut down on a lot of waste. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Oh no, there we go. Making sure it's still like retracting and whatnot. I actually just did buy a refill for it. I don't know how much I have left, and I'm afraid to crank it up too far. I've done that before with products and then snapped them off. So I've been obsessed with this. This has been my go-to. It's gone everywhere with me. Not that I don't also enjoy my other ones, but especially for my kind of a hair color, I find that a lot of the taupe or blonde pencils can kind of pull a little bit too red, and this one doesn't do that at all. It's definitely just this warm tone, like blondish brown, which is basically, like, if I were to describe my eyebrow color, the color that they are. Super quickly into some eye products. Actually, before we get into that, I forgot to mention the other brow product that I surprisingly have loved this year. This is the St. Luxe Brow Gel. This came out in a BoxyCharm. This is just a clear brow gel, but what I really like about it is, one, the spoolie is super duper tiny, makes it really, really easy to lay down your eyebrows. And at first I wasn't sure how to feel about it because it felt kind of hard, kind of pointy. It scared me a little bit, but really, really fantastic. And I have it in my eyebrows today. And the other thing I like, it doesn't make them feel like hard or chunky at all like some others can do. Like sometimes when you put a brow gel in your eyebrows, it feels like you're sticking glue in your eyebrows, and that's a lot for anybody to deal with. I have just been loving this. I don't use brow gels all the time, but on days like today in particular where I just couldn't get them to settle down, this is fan-freaking-tastic. Now we can get into some like fun eye color products like shadows and things like that. First thing we're going to talk about, and these particular, I won't say that this product is altogether new to me this year. I bought some last year, but I never actually used them. And these are these Colourpop cream gel liners. And I'm only showing you these three because they are the most recent three I got. But I have purchased quite a few others in the past, especially around this time of the year. Colourpop releases all of their big vault sets and they are very, very affordable. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely hop on over to Colourpop and check those out. You guys know that I love my Urban Decay 24/7 liner pencils. They are the best. They are the creamiest, the smoothest. They come in the most vibrant colors. They sit in your waterline. They don't tug. They're amazing. These ones are very, very comparable and at a fraction of the cost. So if you cannot justify spending, you know, however much those 24/7 ones are, I can't even remember off the top of my head, check out these ones. They offer a lot of colors. You know, everything from these dark jewel tones to like the regular blacks and browns to metallics to pastels, neons. They really have every color in the rainbow spectrum for anybody that's looking. I just think that they're a very, very affordable alternative. Also, another affordable alternative are NYX eye pencils. I can't remember the name of it. It's something crazy, crazy long, but they make a lot of colors as well that, again, very, very similar to the Urban Decay ones. Don't tug, very, very smooth, really good quality. Next thing that I also got in a BoxyCharm is this Kat Von D, or KVD Beauty, I suppose it's not called Kat Von D anymore, Dazzle Stick Eyeshadow. This particular one is in Hail Surge. I just love this so much. It's like this stick, but it is so metallic. It feels very, very wet when you put it on. And it's just so, so nice, especially as like a final lid topper. I put it in the weirdest spot. I apologize for that. It's just so, so good. It is kind of similar, I would say, to the e.l.f. ones, like the e.l.f. glitter toppers. But I mean, these are more expensive, so it's hard to justify getting more, but I absolutely have adored this ever since I got it. I find it goes on really, really well. And you guys saw I just put it on a little while ago and I just rubbed the heck out of it and it mostly stayed in place. So it's one of those products that once you put it on, so long as you get it in the right spot, it will hang on all day. And because it is a cream glitter, like I'm not a big fan of glitter on my eyes because I find it falls out really bad. I love the look of it. I just don't like the physical properties of glitter. This is a really, really great alternative. Speaking of glitter on the eyes though, I had to mention, even though these have only been with me for a few months, the MAC Shade Shifter Duochrome eyeshadows. How could I talk about my favorites without mentioning a MAC product? These were something that they put out especially for the holidays. So if these are something you guys want, hop on it immediately. I have swatched these so many times for you guys. I'm not going to swatch them all right now, but I am going to show you guys them. So these are the first three here. So this one is Perplexing, Calling Your Bluff, and Behind the Curtain. So those are the first three. Then I'll show you these two very, very quickly as well. I will swatch one of them just so you can see the effect of it. This is Ho Ho Hocus. It's kind of more green and also right before your eyes. Let's swatch this one really, really quickly. They are just the most beautiful, beautiful multi-chrome shadows. They're more like a glaze kind of topping. They're not super, super pigmented. Definitely more of a glitter, but absolutely stunning. They're like no shadow that I've ever seen before. They are so great. I cannot talk enough about these. They're my favorite thing that they put out in this Christmas collection, last year's Christmas collection. I don't know, I think that they should make these permanent items, but in case they don't, hop on over to MAC and get these right now before it's too late. All right, the next eye product that I want to talk about, and this is just a generalization, I have absolutely fallen in love with the Huda Beauty 9-pan palette. So here I have the 3 Brown Obsessions palettes that they put out this year. I'm not going to spend time like swatching them and showing you guys. I'll just kind of tell you why I really like them. I also have 3 of the 4 Wild palettes they put out. I know that they put out like a Wild Peacock or something like that I didn't get because it wasn't available, but they've had the Pastel Obsessions, they had the Haze Obsessions, the Nude Obsessions palettes, they had all the jewel tone ones, all the neon ones. These are so fantastic, and I'm going to tell you guys guys why. I'm just going to use one. Let's use the caramel one as an example. I just think that they're fantastic as travel palettes. I have been going everywhere with these. They're really, really quick and easy to use because all of the colors within them are like complementary of each other. So it's really, really easy to get a good look out of it. You get a ton of different finishes. There's some mattes, some shimmers, some metallics, a little bit of everything. And the packaging is really, really good quality. You feel really, really safe traveling with these. I've just been in love with them. Some of these crazier ones are a little bit more difficult to work with depending on what you're really going for. But even this one has some of these neutrals in it that really tie it together as a whole. I have just been becoming obsessed with these. I didn't really like them when they first put them out. I tried a few of them, some of the jewel tone ones, and they weren't my favorite. But since then, I have really, really found an appreciation for them. I think that they are so, so good. And I look forward to seeing the ones that they put out in the future. And the last eye product, and I promise this is the last one this time, is the Tarte Man-Eater Mascara. Once again, I know this has been out for a while, but it is brand new to me. I love the brush that it comes in. It's not about the product itself. For me, I normally judge mascara based on the wand. This particular wand is rubberized. It's got these teensy tiny little hairs on it. Really, really good at grabbing, at lifting, at separating. And what I like about this mascara, and I'm getting close because I have it on today, while it's not the most volumizing, whatever the word is, it is really, really good at not clumping. Could be because it's new, could be because that's just in the formula, but I have been really, really enjoying this. The only lip product that I have just been obsessing over this year, and again, it's really pricey, so that upsets me a little bit, is this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This is in, excuse my language, it is the shade name Bitch Perfect. It is this beautiful, beautiful, like peachy kind of a nude. Absolutely gorgeous. It feels really, really nice, really good pigmentation, super fluid, super easy to put on, lasts all freaking day. Again, it's really, really expensive. I don't love the packaging. It's very, very like old-timey to me. Like I swear my mom had lipsticks like this when I was a kid, but it is a really, really nice product. And the last thing that I'm going to show you guys today, yes, I know you're all cheering, this video is finally going to be over, is the Tarte Stay Spray Setting Spray. I love this stuff. I know what you're saying. How can you like be so obsessed with one setting spray over another? Here's why. One, the mister. Ready? I'm hoping you guys can see this. Maybe not. So fine, so dissipated, so nice. It doesn't like stick in any one space in particular. It's not like a straight shot as some are. It depends on the sprayer, but this one, really, really good sprayer. Second, the scent. It kind of has a cucumbery floral sort of scent. It's very hard to describe, but very, very nice. Three, the taste. As much as I shouldn't be eating setting spray, yeah, sometimes it happens, and this one is probably one of the better ones that I have gotten in my mouth. Again, sounds like a really stupid reason, but I appreciate that. It's also fairly affordable for a high-end brand, and by high-end I basically mean something that they sell at Sephora. It's not crazy expensive, and it works really, really well. It does hold your makeup. It doesn't settle weird. It doesn't cling to anything or anything like that. Really, really nice product. I've really enjoyed this. I'm trying to use up a bunch of the setting sprays that I already have because I don't need as many as I have. I'm trying not to buy them as much, but I would definitely repurchase this one, even though it's completely full right now when it's used up. So those are all of the new products that I have fallen in love with in the year 2021. I'm sorry this video was so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know a lot of these products are still available. I will link to as many of them as I can down below in the description bar if you guys are interested in checking them out. What were some of your favorite products of this year? It could be from this year, it could be from previous years. Maybe I haven't tried it out. Let me know down below. I always love trying new makeup. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. I hope everybody had a lovely 2021, as good as it can be, and fingers crossed for a better 2022.